Slides 99.
Prabhu, slowly. Right? Yeah.
Slow and steady.
No,
Seeing you only, I get so much inspiration.
What?
When I see you, I get inspiration.
Slow, real slow.
Yes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Jayam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiyare.
Before starting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very meaningful of the conference, one should offer respectful obeisances onto the personality of God and Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, Anubhada Saraswati, the goddess of Brahman, and all the three goddess the Lord. Nashtarayashu Adreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Maishiki. The regular attendance in classes of the Bhagavatam, the rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is closer to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And amidst the rest of the personality of Godhead, whose praise we translate into songs, the chapters which has an irrevocable effect. Om Yajnanandasya Gananandana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes to the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
So it's 627. So I'll just read it out once and then the regularly is the way we do it. I am he Krita Nirvesho. Janma Kodya Ahasam Api. Yad Vyajahara Vivasho. Nama Swastya Ainam Hare. I am he Krita Nirvesho. Last one. Nama Swastya Ainam Hare.
Nama Swastya Ainam Hare.
Nama Sasya Ainam Hare.
I am he Krita Nirvesho.
Janma Kote Amnashapi. Yad Avyajahara Vivaso. Nama Swasti Ainam Hare.
Synonyms. I am this person Ajamila.
This person Ajamila.
He indeed. Krita Nirvesha has undergone all kinds of atonement. Janma of births. Koti of millions. Amhasam for the sinful activities. Api even. Yet because Vyajahara,
Vyajahara,
he has chanted.
he has chanted.
Vivashaha,
Vivashaha,
in a helpless condition.
in a helpless condition.
Nama,
Nama,
the holy name.
the holy name.
Swasti Ayanam,
Saśībhūṣaṇa,
the means of liberation.
the means of liberation.
Hare,
Hare,
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
The translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai. Slowly.
Can I read or you can read?
Ajamil has already atoned for all his sinful actions. Indeed, he has atoned not only for sins performed in one life, but for those performed in millions of lives. For in a helpless condition, he chanted the holy name of Narayan. Even though he did not chant purely, he chanted without offense, and therefore he is now pure and eligible for liberation.
Purport. And someone else maybe can go.
The Yamdutas had considered only the external situation of Ajamil. Since he was extremely sinful throughout his life, they thought he should be taken to Yamraj and did not know that he had become free from the reactions of all his sins. The Vishnuduts therefore instructed that because he had chanted the 4 syllables of the name Narayan at the time of his death, he was freed from all sinful reactions. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur quotes the following verses from the Smriti Shastra. Namno hi yavati shakti papa nirharani hare tavat kartum na shaknoti patakam pataki nara. Simply by chanting one holy name of Hare, a sinful man can counteract the reaction to more sins than he is able to commit. Brahad Vishnu Puran. Avashenapi yannamnami kirtite sarva patake Punam vimuchyate sadhye simha drashte mriga eva. If one chants the holy name of the Lord, even in a helpless condition, or without desiring to do so, all the reactions of his sinful life depart, just as when a lion roars, or the small animals flee in fear. Garuda Puran. Shakrat uchar ritam yena harir iti aksharat goyam baddha parikarastena mokshaya gamam nam prati. By once chanting the holy name of the Lord, which consists of the 2 syllables Hari, one guarantees his path to liberation. Skanda Puran. These are some of the reasons why the Vishnudutas objected to the young Dutas taking Ajamil to the court of Yavraj.
Jai.
Thank you. ग्रंथेर आरंभ करी मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरण है विघ्न विनाशन अन्याय से निज है वांछित पूर्ण. So Shastra says before starting anything or before doing anything, you must always remember 3 entities: Guru, Vaishnav, and Bhagwan. When you do that, all your desires are fulfilled and all the obstacles are removed. That's what Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami writes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So with that, we can try to understand today's verse. So dear devotees, I'm sure most of us know about the pastime of Ajamila. So he was very sinful, and then he chanted the holy name at the time of death. Actually, he called out to his son, Narayana. Although he called out to his son, as the translation says, even though he did not chant purely, he still chanted and he got the benefit. And Vishnudutas were ready to take him to Vaikuntha Loka. And the young Dutas only saw the external thing, that this person is very sinful, he has committed all sinful acts, so we should take him to Yamaloka. But then the Vishnudutas come and they tell them to the Yamdutas that he has chanted the 4 syllables Narayana, so that makes him pure and eligible to go back to Godhead. So that is the basic understanding of the verse. Prabhupada very nicely has quoted 3 verses, I believe 3 Shastric references in the purport: Brihad Vishnu Puran, Garud Puran, and Skanda Puran, which confirm that even if you are chanting the holy name with some motive, or not purely, or helplessly, or some reason, you will always get the benefit. So there is a verse later in this chapter. Prabhu, if you can just put it up. Go to the same, just do 14 at the end. This is 7, go to 14. I just want to share that verse. It's a very beautiful verse. Just do it 14, yeah, make it translation. It froze, I think, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. So what I do, by the time it is here, I can read the translation of the verse. Just hear carefully. One who chants the holy name of the Lord is immediately freed from the reactions of unlimited sins, even if he chants indirectly to indicate something else, jokingly, for musical entertainment, or even neglectfully. This is accepted by all the learned scholars of the scriptures. So this is very hope-giving, that even if you're just chanting Hare Krishna, just if you say Hare Krishna, that also gives you so much of benefit. I remember, I think pastor from Prabhupada maybe, probably Prabhu knows him better, or some senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So when ISKCON was growing up in the early days, many people did not like it. They didn't like the concept of ISKCON, like why this person has come, what is he doing, why is he brainwashing our kids. These kind of feelings were there in most people's minds in the US. So there was an article which was printed in the newspaper, totally against ISKCON. They were all blaspheming us, like they are doing this, they are doing that, it's not good what they are doing. So one disciple showed his Guru Maharaj this article. So the Guru Maharaj read the article and he was smiling. So he was asking me, why are you smiling? There is so much negativity against ISKCON. You should be agitated and maybe you should talk to the newspaper people. He said, you see, if you read the article, so many times they have mentioned Hare Krishnas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I am so happy they have got the advantage and benefit of writing the Hare Krishna. That's what the verse is. So even neglectfully, it says that in the verse, neglectfully or jokingly. Sometimes people say that, yeah, you do Hare Krishna, that's all you do all the day. So people say like that, in a condescending manner. Still they get the benefit. If they say Hare Krishna,
favorably, unfavorably,
yes.
like Kans wasn't getting purified.
Yes.
Thinking about Krishna.
But still he is going to get benefit, because when Krishna is going to give the, judgment, or if he is going to do anything, it's for his good. It's not like killing and then, the way we think in the material world. It's not like that. So when Krishna is going to do anything, it's for his good. For example, even in Mahabharata war, when people died, Bhagavatam says that they merged with Krishna. That is good for them. They are liberated from the pangs of material birth, death, old age, disease.
Unfavorable.
Yes, still, though it's unfavorable. But for us, we must not get inspired from that. We must get inspired from somebody like Srila Prabhupada, who is a pure devotee of the Lord, and who taught us the importance of chanting. Why you should chant, how you should chant. Because when Prabhupada came in the US, nobody knew anything about Krishna, God. Okay, of course, they were looking out for God. They were looking for the higher truth, or the supreme power, as they put it. But what is the supreme power? Who is the supreme power? They all talk of energy, but we also should know the energetic. If there is energy, that means whose energy? The energy. Right? So that way. Yes, ma'am.
Just to add to that, because Kamsa, would say Krishna so many times throughout the day, Kamsa did get liberated at the end of his life, and Krishna actually told him personally. He didn't get loving devotional service to the lotus feet of Krishna. He could not enter into Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, but he did get liberated because he was constantly thinking about Krishna.
Yes. Though in a negative way, but he was constantly still thinking that he has to defeat him or whatever it is, in a negative way. But we don't have to do that. We have to do in a favorable way. So anukulya, that's not pratikul. Anukulya.
Was there no karmic transition the way he was assaulting the devotees?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
The way he was hurting the devotees?
Yes.
Was there no karmic balance of transition?
Well, there would be, but ultimately he's still thinking of Krishna. Now, Krishna is quite merciful. He will get what he has to get. But as Mataji said, not in a favorable way. He's not Rupa Goswami. You know what I mean? So he's in an unfavorable way. But for,
Liberation is
yes, of course it is. That's what the verse is saying. Because Krishna is like, I'll give an example from Ishopanishad. I think it's there in the purport. When there is, Prabhupada writes this, when there is urine on the ground, the sun absorbs the urine. The sun doesn't become urine. The sun absorbs the urine. The urine gets purified, the ground gets fertile. That's how Krishna is. So whoever the person is, however sinful the person is, you take the example of Jagai Madhya, the worst case in Kali Yuga. You know what they were there. It's there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. They also got purified by the mercy of the Lord. So the holy name is so powerful, and any sinful person saying that will get purified. Offenselessly, of course. Not like immediately, but definitely. That's what it is. Right? So the Vishnudutas saw that Ajamila took Narayana's name and they took him back to Godhead. Of course, he had to go through a certain lifetime and then he went, not like immediately, he went through a certain lifetime, then he became pure and then he went back to Godhead. Now I want to share some references. Prabhu can just put it out. So these are some excellent references on why we have to chant the holy name. Today's verse is basically about that, the importance of holy name. We all know the first two lines, but where is it coming from? It's coming from Kali Sankarana Upanishad, and it confirms that all inauspiciousness in the age of Kali is destroyed by this Mahamantra. And this is confirmed by all Vedas. Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So we'll just read this once. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yudhishojakam Namanakam, Kali
Natara Kara Karo Veya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So anyone can read translation, please? Maybe 16. I remember.
The 16 names of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Destroy all the inauspiciousness of the age of Kali. This is the conclusion of all Vedas. Kali Sankarana Upanishad, Krishna Yajurveda.
So this is where our Mahamantra is coming from. It's coming from the Kali Sankarana Upanishad. If somebody tomorrow is asking you when you are preaching, where is this written? What is the Shastric proof? This is the Shastric proof. It is a full verse. We only say the Mahamantra. Of course, it further confirms that all the inauspiciousness in Kali is destroyed, confirmed by all the Vedas. Sarva Vedeshu. Right? Then we can read translations for the in the interest of time. This is the one we already read. I read now. So just scroll down. 6 to 14 we finished. Yes, this is Brahmanda Purana. So anyone can read translation?
The Nama Sankirtana, public chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, delivers a complete revelation of all of spiritual reality. Brahmanda Purana,
Yes.
6.596.
So you can see it delivers a complete revelation of all reality. So how important is this Mahamantra and what it does? I have some references. They are very nice. So once you read the translation, you will come to know why we have to chant the Mahamantra. We also discuss on that further. So next anyone?
Translation?
Yes.
The holy name of the Lord Rama certainly means liberation. The holy name of Krishna transports one to the other side of the ocean in science, and at last gives one ecstatic love of Krishna.
Look at that. Mukti hetu ka taraka hai Ram naam. Krishna nama taraka hana pare premda. So Krishna's name is going to give you ecstatic love. That name gives the love of Krishna, which is our goal. No? Krishna prema is our goal. So it is from Antyalila 3:257, where Rama's will give you liberation, but Krishna's name is going to give you that ecstatic love for Krishna, our goal of life. Krishna prema. Then yes, Padma Purana. Anyone? This translation.
All the grievous sins of one who worships Lord Sri Hari, the Lord of all lords, and chants the holy name, the Mahamantra, are removed.
See, so, thank you. So if you see, just to allude to your question, like if you have committed sins, I want to, get rid of the sins. I want the sins to be removed. Padma Purana is confirming this. If you are chanting the holy name, the Mahamantra specifically, it says that the sins are removed.
I do some certifications to them, then to chant tomorrow.
Of course, I mean, as Prabhupada said, minimum is 16, maximum is n number. Maximum is not 16, minimum is 16, which we do typically. You are free to chant how much you want, every single day. Okay, but don't go below what you chanted before, preferably. We should not reduce it. Today 16, tomorrow 4, then 3, then 1, and then again 25. Avoid that. That's what my seniors have taught me. Preferably you have to go in an exponential way. Otherwise be consistent with 16, either or. Okay, this is of course 16 is minimum for initiated devotees, but to begin with, we always encourage people to even begin with 1 round or 2 rounds. No problem. There is no pressure like that. That oh, once you are here, you come to Aarti, you should do 16 rounds. No, it is not like that. Some people think like that. It is not like that. Even if you are chanting 2 rounds, it is very much commendable. Why? Because you have done something else instead of that you are chanting, coming in and chanting, which is really appreciated, right? That's how we encourage. I'm sure, I'm not sure about you all, but at least I also started like that. I didn't start with 16, obviously not. I started with 4. But I kept an even number count, 4, 8, 12 and 16. That's how I did. This was my personal preference. So yes, even if you're chanting less, it's fine, but don't go below it. Okay, and it's very big, so just go down. This is, I think, yeah, we can read this. Anyone? Yes, Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This 16 name, 22 syllables mantra is the Maha Mantra in the age of Kali, by which all the living beings can be delivered. One should never abandon chanting his Maha Mantra and take to other so-called purificatory processes which are practiced by rascals or engage in chanting other metrical compositions of the name of Krishna that are against the pure conclusions of the scriptures or are filled with rasa. About this divinely spiritual Maha Mantra, which delivers one from material existence, the original Guru, Lord Brahma, has said, Kali Santararadi Sukruti Shruti. These Shrutis have declared this mantra to be the best means of deliverance in the age of Kali. Having all heard this from Brahma, the sons and the disciples of Brahma, beginning with Narada, all accepted the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and have meditated on it, attained perfection.
This is part of the So if you just scroll up, Prabhu, if you see there's a very, just scroll up. If you see, scroll up the translation. Yeah, thank you. So if you see, one should never abandon chanting this Maha Mantra and take to other so-called purificatory processes which are practiced by rascals or engage in chanting other metrical compositions of the name of Krishna. This is very clear. That's why Prabhupada is chanting. Prabhupada has given us a meter. Prabhupada has given us the mantra, how to chant. That's why we should follow Prabhupada because he's a pure devotee, of course, and he's in the disciplic succession. So there are many metrical compositions you will come across. I personally avoid it because if they are not in the disciplic succession or the way is taught by the previous acharyas, then I avoid it. I don't want to fall into that. Yes, it is Krishna's name, of course, no doubt about it. But the Prabhupada is not saying this, Ananta Samhita is saying this. So Shastra is saying this, then you should avoid it. Okay, Prabhupada is just presenting it in front of us. There are against the pure conclusions of scriptures. See, and filled with rasa bhasa. Rasa bhasa means where you feel you have some mellow or rasa for Krishna. So like Shanta ras hai, then Dasya ras, Sakhya ras, Vatsalya ras and Madhurya ras. There are 5 mellows. You connect with Krishna as a friend, as a parent, as a conjugal lover. So in that rasa we feel that we are like that, but we are not. That's a bhasa. Bhasa means to have an illusion. Just in Marathi actually bhasa means that you just felt something, somebody was there but nobody was there. That's called bhasa. Nothing happened, illusion. So yeah, I mean, yes, and that is in a way it is hinting towards Prakat Sarjya Bhava, which is not good. Prakat Sarjya is somebody who considers Krishna to be his friend, he talks to me, he comes in my dream, I tell him, he listens to me, he takes my instruction. These people are Prakat Sarjyas. So we should not really listen and associate with them. Okay? We do not comment on anybody's spiritual realizations. We are no, at least I don't do. We respect everybody. Everybody is part and parcel of the Lord. Fine. But we follow what Srila Prabhupada has taught. Because that is as per Shastra. It says no against the scripture. It says, see, against the pure conclusion. So Prabhupada will never teach against pure conclusion. Because we can always verify. Whatever he has taught is there. Always. So that's why it's safe to follow Srila Prabhupada's way of chanting and worshipping the Lord. And again, finally, the Shruti means hearing. Shruti is considered as Vedas. Vedas is considered as mother. So Ishopanishad says, how do you know who is your father? The correct authority is your mother. Yes. So similarly, Vedas are considered the Shruti. Shruti means the mother, the authority. They confirm who is Krishna, they confirm who is God and all those things. From there it is coming. So we cannot conclude on our teeny tiny intelligence that I think Krishna is not God, I think this is God. We can't do it because we have four defects like imperfect senses, we do cheating, mistakes, we do mistakes, and we are under illusion. So these four defects are there for conditioned souls. That's why we have to take down information in a descending order from authority. We should not become authority. We take it from the authority. Srila Prabhupada is authority because he is coming in a disciplic succession, right? So, and we have our Diksha Guru, for example, or we have our Shiksha Guru. They are authority because they are learning from authority, and so on and so forth. So it's just coming, trickling down to us. So we are taking it from the authority. So we should take from Shruti. Shruti is declaring this mantra to be the best in Kali Yuga. And having heard this from Brahma, the sons and disciples of Brahma, beginning with Narada Muni, all have accepted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now this is non-debatable. All of them have accepted this and having meditated on it, attained perfection. So this is enough proof that why we should chant the Mahamantra. Let's go down. We'll see more. Yeah, there you go. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita. There are two references given. Yeah, you can read this. This is very nice.
When will my heart becomes satiated by perfecting the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in Sri Vrindavan Dhama, which the most merciful Sri Chaitanya Deva personally chanted and distributed to the fallen souls out of compassion. This wonderful Mahamantra is mixed with the mellows of love and is the chief and the perfection of all the mantras. They are all full of spiritual energies and glories. Sri Vrindavan Mahamrita by Srila Prabhu Saraswati.
So, this prayer is something which I am recommending everyone can start having when we are in the temple. When will we have the tears in our eyes when we see Krishna? At least I don't have. So I am just praying when I will have tears, and when will our heart become saturated by perfecting the chanting of the Mahamantra in Vrindavan, right? So, because the Mahamantra is mixed with mellows of love and is chief and the perfection of all other mantras. They are full of spiritual energies and glories. To be able to try to have, at least I try to pray to this to the Lord, that when will I have tears in my eyes seeing Radha Krishna? Kahan jaun, kahan pau Brajendra Nandan. That's a verse also in Shastra. So Radharani says, wherever I go, where will I find my Krishna? So that bhav we should try to develop. It takes time, I know. But this is something really, really very sweet and nectarine. So that's why you should chant the Mahamantra. Hold on. So yes, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, I read this. He makes the gift of the song of the names Hare Krishna and Rama and destroys all obstacles such as sorrow, delusion, greed and suffering. He gives the devotional service of Lord Krishna to the multitude of devotees who are eager for the shelter of his lotus feet. I fall down swiftly to offer my prostrated obeisances to the Lord in his golden form, who holds a string of meditation beads. He's talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course. So you see, the Mahamantra, the names destroy sorrow, delusion, greed, and suffering. Aren't they the main problems these days? Of course they are. So the Mahamantra is destroying that, and it is giving you devotion service, it's giving you bhakti. That's why you should chant, because we all want that. We want bhakti, right? I follow swiftly to, of course, we have to pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Of course, those who don't know, there's a pastime of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's a very sweet pastime. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was like a Mayavadi, right? He was a Mayavadi, and he was not ready to accept what Mahaprabhu is saying. But at the end, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could make him understand, and when he realized he is God, then he is giving this realization. When he realized Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God, and Krishna is there, in personal form, of course, not in impersonal form, which he was thinking.
Was it from Saśībhūṣaṇa?
Yes. Yes. So that is not like wrong or bad. It is little incomplete. Understand? We have to go to the perfect realization, which is Krishna is a person. Bhagavatam confirms that. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. Yes, he is falling down immediately to offer prostrate obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, golden form, who is holding that meditation piece. That's what he is praying. Yeah, this is from please happily hear from me the Maha Mantra. Yeah, the Lord is personally teaching in Chaitanya Bhagavad. This is another next level book about Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Now, there are some translations given here. We can quickly read them because I want all of you to know it. So, maybe starting from Venkat, please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
The Lord said, regularly chant japa of this Mahamantra.
Lord is saying, we have to do it. Read 7 also, please.
In this way, you will attain all perfection. Chant at any time and in any circumstance. There are no other rules for chanting.
Yes. So, this you do. Gather together 5 or 10 in your own homes, clap hands, sing kirtana. We can do that. It's like a home program. And anyone maybe.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. He is the descendant of the Yadu family. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Gopala, Govinda, Rama and Sri Madhusudana. Also see Chaitanya Charitamrita 2664. Gathering at home with parents, wife and children, please sing Kirtana in this way.
Yes, we will read one more because there are many.
Okay.
Just this one.
Compared to that, that's what I'm supposed to read, right?
Yes.
Compared to that person who is attached to chanting japa, the person who performs loud chanting of the holy name of Sri Hari is 100 times better. This is because the person who chants japa purifies himself, whereas the person who chants the holy name loudly in kirtana purifies himself, all those who are with him, and everyone else who hear the holy vibration. Naradiya Purana Prahlada Vakya.
So this I can share with maybe Rajapur has read it. If you want, we have many more references you can read. They are very nice. The proofs given from Shastra about chanting. Okay. Now, what's in it for us? When you say practically, every single day, there are some verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita, a couple of them I want to share. So, CC, just type CC Antya 2018. CC Antya 2018. Yeah. Yeah, click this. See what Chaitanya Charitamrita says. Scroll up. Okay, scroll up. There was. खाइते शुइते यथा तथा नाम ले काल देश नियम नहीं सर्व सिद्धि रहे. So what it means? This is what you should be doing. Regardless of time or place, one who chants the holy name even while eating or sleeping attains all perfection. So of course sleeping, we should not take it literally. It means when you're eating also, you can always keep the name of Krishna in your mouth. For example, here I heard from one of my Shiksha Gurus is, suppose you are involved in the service of feeding prasadam, in a Sunday feast. You are giving food to people. You don't have to chat. Whenever the person comes, yes, all you can ask is how much bhaji you want, how much puri you want, that's okay. Other times you continue to chant and say Hare Krishna, and next, Hare Krishna, and next, like that. That's what it means. So even if you are engaged in any activity, all you have to do is keep chanting. Other people chit chat, I know people chit chat, it happens, but preferably you must avoid because you are serving prasad. You can always have the mood that this is the mercy of Krishna, he has eaten it and I am giving it to people. I am the medium, I have been made the medium to give prasad as mercy to the people. So we can have that mood. There is one more. Just go to Antya 3, 137. You can just click, okay. CC Antya, yeah, just change that to 3, 137. AMTY, yeah. 3, 137. No, 137.
137.
137th verse.
3.137.
Yes. There you go. निरंतर नाम लो कर तुलसी सेवन अचिरत पावे तबे कृष्ण चरण. Everyone asks me mostly when I am preaching, how do I attain lotus feet of Krishna? This is how you do it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered it. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra continuously. Achirat Pave Turi Krishna Charan. So for that, Nirantar Naam lo. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra continuously. Render service to Tulsi plant by watering her and offering prayers to her. In this way, you will very soon get the opportunity to be sheltered at the lotus feet of Krishna. That's how you attain the lotus feet of Krishna. Nirantar Naam lo. This is one reference. Then one final one is pull out Madhya, CC Madhya 1672. Just put Madhya, the Madhya Jila. Yes. Yeah, look at this. Who is the first class Vaishnava? Definition is here. People ask, what is the definition of Vaishnava? Krishna Nama Nirantara Yahara Vadane. Say Vaishnava Shrestha Bhajakana Charane. A person who is always chanting the holy name of the Lord is to be considered a first class Vaishnava. And your duty is to serve his lotus feet, which you all try to do. When you have exalted souls, when you have people coming to the temple, you all try to serve him or her because they are first class Vaishnavas and you also get the blessing. But who is the first class Vaishnava? Who is always chanting. This is clearly confirmed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so there is no debate with it. So moral of the story, what I want to say is, the point is, the importance of chanting the Mahamantra, why you should chant, what the Shastras are saying, and when it comes to practical application, how to do it. That is always a challenge. Okay? So, before going to, we have like 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, right? 8:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So before going to that, just I want to share something that we all work, most of us, we work. So people ask me that while working, I am working in an office, I am in an office setup, how I am going to chant? Okay, I completed my rounds, fine. How am I going to chant Nirantar Nam? How to do that? So there are some tips given by some exalted people. A few of them are as follows. One, every 15 minutes you can stand up from your desk and say Hare Krishna. To begin with. You can say that you can do. No need to shout. You can just say it slowly. That's alright. Because if you're in an office, everybody doesn't understand what you're doing. And there's no need to advertise either. So you can do that. Second, if your office allows, you can open these Veda-based tabs and read a verse. You can do that. Read one verse, read any verse. You go to Bhagavad, go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Whether you know it, you don't know it, it doesn't matter. As we read in 6:2:14, even if you read or hear the Mahamantra or say it neglectfully, it helps. So if you read some nectar, it will always going to help. It is not necessary you know the context. You can do that. Then also what I do is say in lunch breaks or if you have any kind of breaks. So maybe I can chant a few Mahamantra, like not one round if not possible, like 1 or 8 times. Maybe at least 5-6 times. You can keep chanting. So when I was doing this 5 years back, slowly what happened is it became a habit. It became a habit and now it's like, without that I cannot do. It's like that. So every single day, whenever you're very busy, you have to try to find out time to chant. So it is not necessary you will get like 1 hour straight at a stretch. It's fine. But at least you said Hare Krishna every 15 minutes. At least you opened a tab and you read something about Shastra. You remembered Prabhupada. You remembered Krishna. That's what we want. Here the point is, sincerity is indestructible. Okay, if you're sincere, that's what he wants. We don't want Pandita Shiromani. We don't want to remember the verses, the numbers. It's alright. No problem. No Pandita Shiromani. Sincerity is indestructible and Prabhupada says purity is the force. So you're following 4 regulatory principles. That's what will make you pure. Slowly, it will happen. Purity is the force. Without that, it's not going to happen. And chanting sincerely will also help. So Achirat Pavitra Krishna Charan will happen when you do Nirantar Nam. Nirantar. Incessantly. Prabhupada translates. This word comes many times in Prabhupada's quotes. Incessantly. You have to keep on chanting. Okay, so we'll take some questions on this. Yes.
Just want to add to this.
Yes.
Prabhupada actually has said, he has quoted this, that 99% of our devotional service is chanting.
Yes.
So, out of all the services that we do, 99% of it is chanting. Like if that is not proper, all the service, none of the services will be proper.
Yeah, just to add to that, if you're doing, say some seva in the temple, A, B, C, like X, Y, Z seva you're doing, but not getting time to chant, not so good. Good you're doing seva, agreed, it's nice, it is potent, you will get it, you get the benefit. But you're not chanting, not so good. But you are chanting and you're not able to do any seva, you're a rock star. Still it is good, because that is what she's hinting. It is so potent and it is so important to chant. The first thing is that, because it cleans the dust of the mind. Chetana Darpana Marjana, Mahaprabhu says, the dust of the mind is clean. But it is cleaned slowly. The people have come and asked me, like, I have been chanting for like 2 months now. Nothing is happening. And I give them the example, have you shifted to a new place, an empty room? Yes. So when you shift to the empty room, first to clean it. And the dust takes time to settle. In 1 microsecond, it is not vacuum, spick and span. It doesn't happen like that. So similarly here it is going to take a lot of time because our sins from the past are huge. It's going to take some time to settle. It's not going to happen immediately, but it will happen if we do it consistently and sincerely. That's the point. Yes, sir.
As soon as you start chanting, all your past karma stop, prarabdha stops, and then bhakti karma or
Slowly.
So
Yes.
it happens all of a sudden, or
No, never all of a sudden. It's not happen all of a sudden. Because you have to understand, no, it is like when you cut a tree, the leaves are still green, right? Do they become yellow in 1 second? No. And the fan stops with the inertia, right? It takes time to come to a halt. So yeah, it takes time. It won't happen immediately, but it will take time because of the magnitude of sins which we have from the past. And also it depends on many factors. How much mercy you have, if you have some senior Vaishnava, like your mentor, your guru, if he has blessed you, then association with devotees, your personal sadhana, how high it is. What are the standards of your personal sadhana, right? What is the metric you use to evaluate your own sadhana? It is to be at the highest standard, as far as possible.
And Prabhu, when it comes to Ajamil,
Yes.
he was a devotee. He sees someone intimately,
Yes.
and then it is like he does something which was, which is not appropriate. Was there his prarabdha, his free will, or because of his past life? The way Chintamani and Will Mangal had a kind of past life transition to fulfill in the next life.
Well, I believe it is more of a pastime of the Lord. Yeah, it's more of a pastime of the Lord to for us to learn. But it apparently looks like it's his free will because he got distracted. But we have to understand, this is for us to learn that when you are going steady in sadhana and you get agitated, seeing something, what happens? Because after he got agitated, you must have read there are many verses which explain what he was doing. Okay, and how he was suffering because of that. He was not in bliss, certainly not. He was suffering. So it is for us to learn that when you get agitated or when you fall down, basically, that's a Prabhupada's word, fall down, what you go through. And for that, there has to be some ready example, which you will read and then you will understand and you will be cautious. This is what happened to me. It's not like some mythology and, okay, it happened, it not happen to me because I am chanting. No. That is a very wrong way of understanding. I can give you an example. There was once in Rath Yatra, I think in India, one devotee was an expert swimmer. Okay, there was like water there. It was written you should not cross a certain line. Now he thought I am a swimmer, I am a gold medalist. So what? I can swim. Listen, I don't care about the warning. So he crossed that line and he was about to drown. Now it's a Rath Yatra mood. Everybody is shouting and chanting Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath. He is drowning and also doing that. People are thinking he is ecstatic. But then he was doing a little too much. And people got afraid, like what is wrong? Maybe he is dying. He was literally dying and drowning because he crossed the line. Then they saved him. This is a real story I am telling you. Okay, I heard it from Amrit Amrit. So when he came to his Guru Maharaj, he asked his Guru Maharaj, why this happened? What wrong did I do? I am an expert swimmer. Then his Guru Maharaj told that, my dear sir, this is the problem. You think Maya is not strong enough. Okay, you should always be aware, yes, Maya is strong and our sadhana is weak. That is more important. Prabhupada said Maya is not strong, your desire to get Krishna is weak. That is a very strong statement. Okay, yes, Maya is strong, but our desire is also weak. We have to strengthen that. And he didn't heed to the warning. This warning translates to warning for all of us. When there is a distraction, you should not get agitated. It can be any, the flavor might be different. Here it is drowning, tomorrow it might be something else. But the moral of the story is you should heed to the warnings of Maya, which you will know, and you should not fall to the distraction. You should not give in to the distraction. Then you are not drowned. This is one example. I want more quickly. Prabhupada was walking along the seashore, and it was very beautiful. The entire shore, the lake or the sea, whatever it was looking very beautiful. Blue water, nice breeze, great climate. So one of Prabhupada's disciples said, Prabhupada, it is so beautiful, look at Krishna's creation. He quoted 10:42 of Bhagavad Gita, everything is my spark and blah blah blah, everything. Prabhupada said only one statement, as usual, full of wisdom. He said, all you said is true, but if you see it from far away, if you go near the ocean, what is going to happen? You are going to get drowned. That's mine. You got it? So Yeah, so you always be careful of Maya. See from far away, very beautiful, thank you. But if you go and drown, if you go and indulge, then all the best. Whether you chant 16 or 64 rounds, it doesn't matter. Because you did it intentionally, willfully, willful blindness in 2 words. Willful blindness. We should not do that. That's what we are learning from Ajahn Pastor. Just because he saw something, you are getting agitated, you shouldn't. It's a test. It will test you every. If you cheat yourself or if you cheat your guru, Maya will cheat you. Prabhupada says.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful lecture. So, Prabhu, this might be a little contradictory, but sometimes, like, let's say some devotees are from another community or another religion where they are unable to pronounce the name properly.
Yes.
So, when we see Ajamila stories, like, he doesn't have a mood, but for them we say, like, the mood is the main important thing.
Yes.
The name you are unable to do that. So, how do we have some, like, verses which explain the importance of this?
Well, they can. It's not that difficult. Also, they can try to say Krishna. Hare, you're saying Hare Krishna, right? The name, right? They can. You can. Depending on your association or your proximity with them, I don't know what relation you have. If you have got good relation with them, you can try to kind of train them how to say it. If they trust you, they will learn. If they trust you, now it depends. There are 2 words: proximity and association. Proximity is high and low. That's it. Association is utna betna. Then you actually are close with them. Then you can train them for chanting. That's what Prabhupada did. Nobody knew how to pronounce. Now all over the world people are chanting. But again, if they are not able to chant properly, we read in 6 to 14, they still get the benefit. Bhagavad says it. They will still get it. But that doesn't mean they continue chanting like that. You can always try to tell them this is how you chant it. It's good that you chant the way it is prescribed. But yes, some people, there was okay, one more thing I remember from Indra Samveda ago about exactly what you are saying. In I think laundry or somewhere, some setup, there was one devotee, okay, he found a Bhagavad Gita in dustbin. He found it, somebody threw it in dustbin. Now this devotee started reading the Bhagavad Gita and he started understanding. In the temple once he came and he's chanting like this: Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, H-A-R-E. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So people say, what is he saying? Then he said, yeah, I got this book. This is what is written in H-A-R-E. Nobody taught him. He's still pronouncing it. This is sincerity. Krishna will accept it. Sincerity, he will accept. There is a verse, no. Vipra kahe murkha ami, Gita nahi jani, Shuddha Ashuddha Gita padi, Guru Agya mani. So I don't know how to read Bhagavad Gita. I just read it the way it is, the way I could read, what my Guru taught me. That is what is important. I just listened to my Guru Maharaj. So he is so sincere, he was reading, he was trying to pronounce the Mahamantra the way he understood it. But he still get the benefit. So to answer your question, you can train them if you can.
So would you like to mention this verse number?
Which one?
The one we just mentioned.
Guru Agya Mani that. That's in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think it's in Antya 6 to 37. Yes, sir.
Prabhu, like a lot of people come and they are chanting like different mantras. So like how to convince them that?
Open, yeah. I mean, we can show them the proof from Anand Samhita. Scriptural references. We just now read it. Just scroll up.
It's again.
Yeah, that one.
It's again. It's
Is it
again.
frozen? Okay, so there's a proof from Ananda Samhita. The translation says that we should not entertain any metrical composition or any other kind of version by some rascals. Prabhupada writes this. So we should not follow that. But if you see somebody following, again as I told Prabhuji, depends on which position you are in the temple. You can politely tell them. I'll tell you, I'll not take the name, but there's somebody from our management also. When they see that this is not right, they go and politely tell them. They listen. I have seen it personally. I have witnessed this. Something which is like they say something else coming here. Yes. So go upstairs to Anand Samhita. We read that. Go up to this one. See here. One should never abandon other so-called purificatory procedures practiced by rascals engage in chanting other metrical compositions in the name of Krishna. There are people who do it, and they may not even say Krishna. Coming here, I have seen that also. We politely tell them. Because see, you have to understand this, Prabhuji. It's a very deep thing which I learned. Everybody is part and parcel of the Lord. 15:15. Gita he says, Sarasacham there is an Vishnu. So when that is there, everyone is part and parcel of the Lord. Everyone is coming here. We try to ensure that they don't have such a feeling that they are fanatic. They should not feel that. Why I tell you? They were coming one step closer to Krishna. Because of you, they went back. You may be right, but they will not come again. It happens. We don't want it. Prabhupada is not going to be pleased, right? It is not exactly fault finding, but in a way, yeah, we did the right thing, but our mood was also sincere. But the person will not come back. It has happened. We want that they should feel whether they understand this or not. Jayesh Prabhu, Jagannath Prabhu, this man is nice. I want to go and meet him and learn from him. That mood I want.
Yeah.
One last question, Prabhu. As you mentioned, like if you're doing n number of rounds, and then it should never go down.
Preferably, yes.
Yeah, but let's say sometimes, some sannyasi, you are already doing a number of rounds, and some sannyasi came, you have services too, and then college too, and that day you are like, okay, I'll just do my 16 rounds, and probably I can catch up later, or if not, then at least I'm doing some service. So is that mood is good, or it should never go down?
Well, you should avoid to reduce it, try to keep it consistent, and manage your time in such a way that you don't have your services conflicting your chanting. How to do it? What you do, this is from his great Gaurang Darshan Das. Okay, so it's amazing, as always. What you do from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. decides what you do from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. the next day. That's it. This is the mantra. Means, in simple grandma's knowledge, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. So you have to monitor and audit your night activities. Like how distracted are you? Are you to the phone? Are you to something else? Are you going to sleep early? What will happen if you're going to sleep early? You're going to wake up early, obviously. When you wake up in Brahma Muhurta, you're going to chant and finish it. Then nothing is going to interfere. You will feel kind of fulfilled. If I don't do it, if I miss chanting because of some seva, I'm a little bit kind of disturbed. Not externally but internally. It is pending. It is pending. 2 rounds are pending. 4 rounds are pending. Like I feel it personally because of that habit of chanting 16. So better you do this. So there is no question of going down. Your seva will not interfere if you are having a regulated lifestyle. Yes, in the morning, if you have something, then you have to manage. For example, I come in the morning for Prabhupada dressing. I have to manage that those days, Monday, Friday, Saturday, whatever. Because that is in Brahma Muhurta time. I come here. So I can't chant and change Prabhupada's DT is closed. So I do manage it. Somehow you have to manage. Depends on whether you have seva in Brahma Muhurta time. Our pujaris, they are busy in seva. They cannot chant in Brahma Muhurta. They do, but they do it later because they have a great service of dressing the deity. You know what I mean, right? Prabhu, because you asked, right? It is Madhya 998. I'm sorry. Krishna kahe, that Vipra kahe Murthami. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 9, chapter 98 verse. Not Antara, sorry. Antara is something. 998. There you go. Vipra kahe Murthami. Vipra 998 Shuddha Shuddha Vipra by Guru Arjuna. That's it. Someone raised his hand. I'm sorry, I didn't miss him. Okay. So just to conclude, yatra skalitam kinchit vidvanshu pureyantu tat yatra saushram kinchit tad gurudeva menahi. Jiva Goswami at the beginning of Krama Sandarbha, which is a summary of Srimad Bhagavatam in 6 volumes by Jiva Goswami, he says this in the beginning of his commentary. Yatra skalitam kinchit, if you find anything wrong in what I said, Vidvanshu Purayantu tat. You all are better devotees than me, you can please correct it. Yadatra Saushtavam Kinchit. If you find something inspiring, Tad Guru Eva. It belongs to my Guru. Menahi, not to me. Gaur Premanande. Vacha Karpatra Preshna